What's going on, guys? Welcome back to the channel. Your boy Ace back with another gameplay video, man. So as you guys can see on the screen, we're jumping back into some Tales of Arise. We're actually picking up right where we left off in the last gameplay video, guys. The recording actually stopped mid-game during a conversation with the gang here, and the red being who was created by the Great Spirit, who is going to be the final boss in the game. So we're going to pick up right where we left off during this conversation, where the team is having a conversation with this red being, and they're pretty much discussing whether or not Shionne will be sacrificed in defeating the Great Spirit. So if you guys are new to the channel, please consider subscribing to the channel. Smash that thumbs up button for your boy. Hit that bell for post notifications so you guys are aware of when I do upload these fire-ass gameplay videos, man. And with all that being said, let's continue the storyline. Let's go.
That part inside the maiden belongs to the core and can be used by the great astral spirit to revive itself. So long as it remains, it will be all but impossible to fully eradicate the Great Spirit.
Right.
That is why it is necessary for it to be vanquished only once it is whole. Without the Maiden's direct control over the Great Spirit, attacking it is futile.
Alright, so basically what this alien thing is saying is, so through the entire playthrough of Tales of Arise, Shionne has these dark thorns inside of her, which makes it impossible for anyone to physically touch her. So every time someone touches her, they get electrocuted. So basically, the Great Spirit, as I mentioned, he's going to be the final boss, or it is going to be the final boss of Tales of Arise. And the only way to fully eradicate it and destroy it is to destroy it inside Shionne as well. So there's a little piece of it inside of Shionne, and it kind of sucks because the only way to destroy it inside of Shionne is to kill Shionne. Alphen does not want to hear that. He's like, what are the alternative plans that we could use to destroy the Great Spirit? Shionne doesn't have to die. So we're going to see how this thing plays out, man. Let's go.
And will only serve to strengthen it.
No.
Wait. Naori said that the Rena'S Alma can suppress the self-realization of astral energy, and that the thorns can be neutralized by placing them in it. If so, can't the same also be done to the Great Spirit, seeing as the thorns are simply part of it?
Well, can it?
It is true that the Rena'S Alma is capable of what you suggest, and could contain the great astral spirit.
Yes!
However, doing so requires fine control on the level of the spirit channeling ceremony, considering that the Rena'S Alma was previously lost when that ceremony failed. I cannot allow it. Its uncertainty is simply too great.
What does that mean for us if you won't allow it?
Your starship will not be restored, and you will all be unable to leave here.
Oh, this thing is messed up, man.
Why you?
This is blackmail.
Fine then. I'd rather stay here and rot than do it your way.
Facts.
Alphen?
Whatever we do, if we mess up, Dahna's screwed. The Great Spirit will destroy it. If you're fine letting that happen, and we have nothing to gain either way, then I'd rather do nothing.
I respect it.
We want to stop Dahna from getting destroyed. We want to save it. But not if it means having to sacrifice one of us in the process.
That's facts.
If all you're gonna do is sit back and watch us where it's safe, then quit ordering us around and shut up!
Yo, he has a good point.
Alphen.
What you say is irrational. Be that as it may, I shall accede to your demand.
You'll agree?
I am an observer. The Sovereign, Maiden, and Rena'S Alma are my species' greatest achievement. I wish to see how well they work against the Great Spirit in light of our demise by its hands.
But what are we supposed to do about the Rena'S Alma? One of your buddies ran off with it back on Lenegis.
Look at Rinwell.
It
She's
is
so
likely
excited.
that the Rena'S Alma is with the Great Spirit, functioning as a catalyst for it to receive Dahna's astral energy.
So our only option to retrieve it is to head straight for the Great Spirit and take it back?
According to my observations, the astral energy is most densely concentrated in the center of Rena, where the Great Spirit's core is located.
So right in the middle of that giant flower, then.
I have one more question. You've said that Rena'S great astral spirit is already integrated with the planet. What will happen to Rena once it vanishes?
Without the will of the Great Spirit, Rena is predicted to collapse. Even in such a scenario, the energy will disperse, and the Great Spirit will likely not reform.
So you're saying that even if we manage to beat the Great Spirit without destroying it, we'll still be in danger?
Likely, the collapse will occur in stages. It is recommended that you all escape before the final stage.
Oh, well, damn.
Man, I wish that thing would tell it to us straight for once.
Hevrekt 35 and the others have gotten used to hypothesizing from afar is all.
Alphen is like, we're gonna do it our way, and it's gonna work out.
Fix our starship. We're going to Rena.
Right now, and that's an
Excellent.
order.
But I want to make one thing clear. We're doing this for ourselves, to protect what matters to us. We're not doing it for your sake, or because you told us to. Remember that.
It
Boss.
matters little to me. The end result shall be the same. Repair work on your starship has commenced.
Oh, damn,
You'll
already?
have to wait until it's finished.
Okay. Commenced meaning started.
Man,
Alright.
Is it too much to ask for Hevrekt 35 to talk like a normal person? I swear I can feel my brain starting to fry after listening to all that complicated stuff.
Don't worry. I think we're mostly done with him. Now all we have to do is rest up and wait.
Alright,
Once the
let's...
Fall Knights is good to go again, we'll be taking off for Rena right away.
Alright, so Fall Knights is the name of our ship. Let's watch this skit called An Alternate Plan. So I've been watching every skit since I've started the game, and there's actually a trophy you have to unlock by watching all of the skits. So let's watch it.
Is the Rena'S Alma really our only hope against the Great Spirit? There has to be another way, right?
Shionne's Fire Master Core was able to suppress astral energy to prevent it from gaining sentience, right? Couldn't we make use of that somehow?
I'm not sure. In small doses, maybe. And with the amount of energy we're talking about here.
Back in Calaglia, the Blazing Sword was able to take in a whole spirit vessel's worth of energy. If it has the capacity to manage that, it can do this, right?
Except after it absorbed the energy, it ended up releasing it all moments later, remember? Let's not forget, it nearly killed you. Besides, this is the Great Spirit we're talking about, not a paltry vessel. Even if I could use the Master Core, your body wouldn't be able to take the strain of channeling that much energy.
Hevrekt 35 didn't mention it, and it did not seem the type to skimp on details. So assuming it's even possible, the chances are slim to none.
You're probably right.
Alright. Alright, that still doesn't do anything. Alright, so right now we're supposed to be what? Resting up? It'll take some time to completely repair your starship. I suggest that you all get some rest in the interim. Let's not rest. What I want to do is sort of like explore this ship a little bit more. So let's go to takeoff departure area. Wait, can we? Okay, this is the takeoff departure area. Let's see if we could go through this door. Oh, we can't. Oh, starship Fall Knights is in no condition to take off. All right, cool. They're working on it. Let's see if we can go to the lower and upper level. Let's go to. I just want to see if there's any like missing items that I forgot to collect, or any items I forgot to collect, I should say. But this ship that we're on doesn't seem to have any treasure on it. It's like a sort of like a pit stop before we actually go to Rena. Alright, so I'm convinced that there's no treasure on the lower level. Let's try the upper. Alright, so there is no treasure on this ship. Alright, so I guess we could talk to this lady and rest up.
You still thinking about what the scientists told us? About where Rena'S really come from?
I am, but not for myself.
You're worried about the future of the Renan people.
The fact that our people have been the same this whole time will only give the Dahnans further reason to resent us.
But you still intend to confront this truth head-on, don't you?
Well, I did declare that I would live my life for the living, and not the dead. Even as I dream of retirement, I shall remain dedicated to the cause.
I'm sure you'll do great.
Now that I think about it, I don't believe I've ever heard you criticize or reproach us Renans even once.
I'm no saint. I have skeletons in my closet too. There was definitely a time when I hated Renans for who they were. I hated them just for being Renan. But you changed that, Dohalim. You gave me an opportunity to see them in a different light. Thanks to your reforms, we were able to stand next to Renans not as slaves, but as equals for the first time in our lives. Of course, I'm sure there were some Renans who still hated us on the inside. But we knew that not all of you were like that. There were those of you who were good, and that was a start. When it comes down to it, Renans are just people. They can be good or bad, just like Dahnans.
That is, in essence, the heart of your approach, isn't it? That we're all people.
Yeah, it is. When you can pull someone aside and talk to them one-on-one, then you have the chance to come to an understanding. But as soon as you stereotype, that chance goes away, and you stop thinking of them as people that you can relate to.
I understand what you're saying, but we're talking about massive numbers of Renans and Dahnans alike. Realistically speaking, surely they won't all be able to get along.
Even if we end up butting heads with one person, maybe we'll find better luck among their friends. If we can build a society that works like that, that'll be something worth nurturing and protecting.
So you wish for people to form real bonds and do away with the hierarchy outright? To deal with one another as humans, and nothing more? That's the ideal future you hope to see when this is all over?
Yes, I do. I think it would make for a fine tribute to my brother's legacy. Though, that said, I would be doing it for the people of the future first and foremost. Do you still plan to return to Lenegis when this is over?
Indeed I do.
If there's even a
I don't know whether I'll
Lenegis
be able to
left.
reside in Lenegis proper, however. My first order of business may be to find somewhere to live.
You'll always have a home in Menancia, you know.
As I shall ever keep in mind.
Well, if you ever need a helping hand, don't hesitate to come get me. I'll always be there for you.
Aw, yo, Kisara's so loyal to Dohalim, man. You gotta love
Did you
it.
just... Never mind. Thank you, Kisara.
I think they'll make a cute couple also,
I
you know.
appreciate your patience as I work all this out.
Don't even mention it. And really, when you think about it, Now that we know the two of us aren't so different after all, don't you think that brings down a barrier that used to be between us?
You know, I hadn't actually thought of it that way before. But I do like the sound of it.
Yeah, I think I do too.
She is so fine. Kisara is so fine. Yo, listen, man. I hope it's the case where... Hold on, let me pause this. I hope it's the case where Kisara ends up falling in love with... I think she's already in love with Dohalim, but I want to see them as a couple, man. And I also want to see these two here, Law and Rinwell, as a couple. So that would make Shionne and Alphen a couple, Rinwell and Law a couple, and Dohalim and Kisara a couple. So 3 couples amongst 6 individuals that's been traveling together. That would be dope.
Hey, why'd you call me here? Was there something you wanted to talk about?
Well, if everything we've heard about the Great Spirit is true, then we're getting close to our final battle.
Oh, he about to express himself.
So I wanted to apologize while I can.
Apologize? For what?
I was being real stupid before. About whether Dahna's will had been controlling us and all that. I get why you're angry now. Anybody would be if something they trusted was being questioned. So, I'm sorry, Rinwell. Really. I should have kept my mouth shut.
No, Law. Honestly, I think you might have been onto something. Of course you were worried. Who wouldn't be if they found out there might be some invisible force pulling our strings this whole time?
But you really trust Dahna's will, don't you? Is it because you can sense it a lot more than the rest of us? Because you can understand it?
Yeah, I think that might be part of it. But I think I also want to believe it's good.
Believe?
Remember how I used to really resent coming from a family of mages?
Yeah, of course. Because you were always on the run and had to live in hiding.
When we rescued Zephyr and I finally decided to come along with you all, something changed inside me. It was the first time I felt like my powers had any meaning, even if that meaning was only helping you guys fight. Then, when I felt Dahna's will, I was overwhelmed by how vast and warm it was. It made me want to believe my powers were made to connect with it. It made me believe I had a bigger purpose.
So that's why you hope it doesn't turn out to be bad. You almost need it to be kind.
Yeah.
Well, alright. Then I promise I'll lay off bad-mouthing it.
You will?
There's no way for me to know for sure one way or the other, right? But you trust it, Rinwell, and that's enough for me. So I'll trust it because you do.
Yeah, this man is in love with this woman.
Remember what I said about neither planet's great spirit reaching us here?
Yeah?
That's not quite true. I can feel just a little bit of Rena'S inside you and everyone else.
You... what?
I sensed it when we first got here. It's a really small amount, so it doesn't feel like it has a will of its own. But I think that's how Dahna's energy probably is too.
So you're saying there's a little bit of Dahna's will inside each of us? In a way, doesn't that mean we're all Dahna's will?
What?
Well, like you said, unless Dahna's energy comes together, it has no will. So if we all have a little bit of Dahna's astral energy inside us...
Yeah, maybe...
Hevrekt 35 might know the answer. But, you know what? I don't need to ask it. My will is my own. I fight for who I want to fight for.
That's right, that's
That's
right.
who I am now. Who I've become.
Zephyr would be so proud.
So thanks, Rinwell, for sharing that with me.
Kiss the girl already, man. Golly.
Ah,
Oh, they're in love. They're so in love, man. Just kiss the girl already.
To be honest, The only reason I was suspicious of Dana's will, well, I mean, it mostly was... I feel like you and I had grown apart lately, and I was worried it was because...
Huh?
Never mind.
Oh my gosh.
Nothing. Just forget about it.
Huh? No. What were you saying?
Saying? I don't remember
Come
saying
on.
anything.
Now you won't tell me what you were
No,
thinking?
that's not what I'm saying.
Then spit it out already.
I love you, Rinwell. Oh my gosh. This is so cringy, but I like it though. I like it. Ah, young love. Man, listen, man. My whole squad is in love. What can I say, man?
You sure you don't want to get some rest?
This game is so beautiful.
Can't. I've got too much on my mind. Especially knowing how close our last battle is. How are you doing, Shionne?
Same as you. Still trying to absorb everything.
Remember when it was so simple? We were only fighting all the lords on Dahna? All of that feels like a lifetime ago, doesn't it?
Ages and ages ago. Everything that's happened since we first met. So many fights, so much chaos, so many wonderful people.
If I hadn't run into you that day, well, I wouldn't have met all of you. I never would have held the blazing sword or looked for something more. I wouldn't have my memories back. I'd still be a faceless slave, like as not long dead.
Hey, Alphen. I want you to promise me something.
Yeah?
If we can't find the Rena'S Alma, there's something I want you to do.
Girl, I am not killing you.
Like Hevrekt 35 said, the only way we can end the Great Spirit for good is to go after both the main body in Rena and the thorns in me. I need you to promise me, Alphen, that if for some reason we can't get the Rena'S Alma back, you'll use the blazing sword to destroy the Great Spirit.
Nah, you
and
wildin'.
me along with it.
Nah, that's not happening. Cut it out, girl.
It's true the blazing sword may not have the strength of the Rena'S Alma. But it's taken us this far. It's slain lords and beasts. At the very least, it has to be worth a try.
You can't be serious. Have you forgotten everything
Listen,
that we've...
the Great Spirit isn't just our problem. It's a threat to our entire world. Renans and Dahnans alike. We don't know what's going to happen when we face it, but we need to be prepared for anything. We can't second-guess ourselves when the time comes. I promise you, I'm not planning on going anywhere. I'm prepared to fight with absolutely everything I've got. But if it comes down to it, I need you to be prepared too.
I ain't doing it, Shionne. Hell no. Nah, we ain't killing you. Alpha could say okay.
But you
I'm
should
not
know
saying
that I'm
okay.
not going to give up on you, Shionne.
That's right.
I'm going to fight this until the very end.
That's right.
I hope you can forgive me for that.
Alphen.
Yo, kiss the girl, man. My entire squad is in love. Kiss the girl already, bro. What, like...
Okay, I understand.
Okay, looks
And
like
I'll
they're
forgive you.
saving the kiss for the ending of the game.
Thank you, Shionne.
So it's a promise then?
Oh my god, bro.
Yeah,
Kiss the girl.
it's a promise.
Kiss the girl. Can I get one kiss amongst my crew?
I remember how I felt the first time you touched me.
Hey, yo!
My thorns made any contact a mistake no one would ever make twice.
Oh, she's talking about
After
the thorns,
they'd seen
okay.
what could happen, fear would always linger behind their eyes. In my entire life, I never had someone willingly reach out to me. But when you reached out to me and gently took my hand, you didn't react at all. It was so easy for you. I don't have words for the shock I felt in that moment.
That's because I couldn't feel pain back then.
Bro, just shut
Even
up.
once you could, though, you still chose to keep reaching
She
out
wants
to me.
that.
And when
Yeah, I
you
know
did,
what she
I
wants.
felt this warmth that I had never known before.
Hey, hey, there goes the kiss. Here we go.
But still, I hate having to see you suffer through it every time you do.
You won't have to worry about that for much longer.
Yeah, because she'll either be dead or
You
saved.
think so?
I do, because I
love you, Shionne.
No. You can tell me once my thorns are gone. Okay?
Yeah, yeah. He's gonna kiss her at the end. Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Girl, he was about to tell you how much he loves you, and you just silenced the man. Alright, so that's Rena in the background sucking all the energy from Dahna. While these two are making googly eyes at each other, everyone on Dahna's being hurt. Oh man, you gotta love it. JRPG's at its best.
Everybody get enough rest? We ready for this?
Yeah, we should probably get moving.
Agreed. Can't stand around waiting all day.
Our task is relatively straightforward. We need only descend down to Rena, defeat the Great Spirit, and restore stability to both worlds.
We're fighting for a new future for both Dahna and Rena.
Right. We've come this far. We will save our worlds.
That's facts.
That's a promise.
Yes, sir.
Then let's go, everybody. We've got one last wall to tear down.
Repairs on your starship are complete. Everything is in working order.
Is that you, Hevrekt 35?
Who else
You
could
can
it be,
see us from where
Alphen?
you are?
I can. I can see anywhere within the bounds of Dake Phasal.
Sounds like someone's a peeping Tom.
Maybe we should give Hevrekt 35 a break. It has been stuck in this tiny facility for a very, very long time.
I have unlocked all functions on your starship. You can now make use of its warp drive.
Okay.
Warp drive? Wait, you mean like what the Red Women used on us? What brought us here?
It's possible that the Red Women may have found a way to activate it on the starship. They are Helganquil, after all.
Using the warp drive, you should be able to breach Rena'S atmosphere without being detected.
Wait, should?
You'll need to be careful. Due to the force field surrounding Rena, the ship will be unable to go any further than the surface of the planet.
So, once we reach the shell, it appears we'll have to infiltrate the core by foot. Understood.
We gotta go all the way down just walking?
This guy,
Will
Law.
all the Helganquil go back to normal once we defeat the Great Spirit? I have a strange feeling we're going to have to fight them before this is all over.
That's a good
The extinction
hypothesis.
of my people is inevitable at this stage. As such, it would be illogical to risk the success of the mission in a vain attempt to save my kind.
We understand.
Can't that thing lighten up a bit? Everything it says seems to be about what's illogical.
Well, come on, Doe.
Hold up, did you just...
You
Call
heard the
him
lady.
Doe?
Get going.
I have one last question.
What?
As Sovereign, your identification number indicates that you are well past your predicted life expectancy.
Oh, wow.
Similarly, the Maiden lacks any identification number, as her function should have been rendered unnecessary.
Wow.
Despite this, the two of you continue to exist. Why?
Well, Alphen's been sleeping
Says
for
because
300
others
years.
entrusted this to us. Over the years, many people have come together and sworn to see this through to the end.
You mean it is because of multiple chance interactions? The likelihood of such events is statistically improbable. Why have you two continued to persist under these conditions?
It's hard to explain. To be honest, I don't think it's something an observer could understand. All right, Time to get back on the Fall Knights.
Alright, let's go. On to Rena. Let's find that ship and get the hell up off of Dake Faisal. Okay, so we gotta go back in the elevator. Is it take off departure, right? Alright, man. Yeah, Kisara called Dohalim dough. Law peeped it. Reno was like, bro, let's go. Yeah, we got 3 couples amongst these 6 individuals here. 3 couples. Law to Rinwell, Kisara to Dohalim, Alphen to Shionne. I love it. I love it. I hope all 3 couples ends up together at the end of the game. That'd be so sweet. Alright, we're about to board the ship and head to Rena. This is very exciting, man. Like, all thing leads to Rena.
It would appear that our Helganquil host really has fulfilled its end of the bargain.
You know what that means. Time to go to Rena.
I guess this means we should give that warp drive a spin.
Alright, guys. We are here, finally on Rena. Let's go, man. This planet looked like it's been sucked of all energy, when in reality, it's been sucking all the energy from Dahna. Wow.
There's nothing here.
Right.
This weird ocean we're surrounded by just stretches out everywhere. Is this really where the Helganquil come from?
I don't sense even a trace of astral energy. This world is dead.
Then this must be the hollowing.
You mean to tell me this whole world, the entire ocean is that stuff?
And it's covering everything. The entire planet.
This is what the Great Spirit does. After it depleted this planet of every last speck of astral energy, it went after Dahna.
So arresting. This world of doom.
Okay, so I'm
Back in its
confused.
day, Rena was probably just as vibrant as Dahna is. But after being robbed of its astral energy for so long, those days are gone and past. This is all that will remain.
So the Great Spirit took everything. It stole energy not just from living beings, but the land, the sea, everything.
Oh no, we have to stop that
And
shit.
it bound the Helganquil in servitude, until their whole world was nothing but this. And by the looks of it, that's how it remains to this day. A world of death and emptiness.
With nothing left here to consume, the Great Spirit turned its sights on Dahna, looking for another host.
Oh yeah, we have to stop it.
You're saying if we don't stop it, this is what Dahna's going to look like?
Yes, sir.
We can be sure that even these few remaining remnants of Renan life will not be spared in the end.
If the oblivion and darkness both Shionne and Naori saw comes to pass, nothing will survive. It looks like we can climb down from there. Let's take a look.
Okay, Rena, the destroyed remnants, Rena. Okay, so we are on Rena. It's official. It is official. Let's go. Okay, special owls seem to have appeared throughout Dahna. This is what I wanted to see once we arrived at Rena. So, in Tales of Arise, you collect a total of 38 owls. Owls are friends of Hoodle, who is Rinwell's pet owl. I've collected 32 of the main owls on Dahna. So this is why I'm getting this message here. Pretty much letting me know that 6 additional owls have been unlocked on Dahna. They're not just regular small owls. These owls are going to be bigger than the normal owls. That's why they're called special owls. So I'm glad I got this message. I would have been sick in my head had I not, because that would have meant that I had missed one of the 32 owls on Dahna, which I knew I didn't, because I got the trophy for collecting the 32 original owls. So glad to see this. Right, let's continue.
So this is Rena.
On Rena.
This is where everything began. Yet it's a dead world?
I won't let Dahna suffer the same fate. Ever.
A hollowed ocean as far as the eye can see. What do you think would happen if we fell in?
What do you mean, what would happen? You'd drown, wouldn't you?
Come to think of it, I don't believe I've heard of someone ever trying. Perhaps you'd like the glory of being the first?
Nah, I'll pass.
Why they like fucking with Law?
World-sized Renan graveyard. Are you proposing to disturb the dead slumber just to satisfy your curiosity, Law?
No, because I said I passed.
He said he'd pass.
Taking
Yo, they
an
like
interest is
messing with this guy.
understandable, But let's not forget where we are. This place deserves our respect.
Looks like we're not going to be hearing the end of this one for a while.
You'd think I was already snorkeling in it or something.
But yo, they like messing with Law. He's like the youngest one on the team, right? Everyone likes to bully.
So the idea is to seal the Great Spirit inside the Rena'S Alma using the Sovereign and Maiden's power. But just how do we do that exactly?
I'm guessing it won't be as easy as holding a spirit channeling ceremony at our leisure.
I already had wielded astral energy once 3 centuries ago. As for suppressing her thorns, Shionne's had a lifetime's experience.
Right.
The problem isn't just our enemy's strength. It's that it's sentient, too. And you can bet anything you like it's not going to just sit back and let us destroy it.
Right.
In other words, we need to find some way to weaken it in advance. The Great Spirit, that is.
Back when Shionne's thorns flew out of control, we were able to deal with them directly. If this is their host, they should be even more corporeal here.
If that's the case,
Corporeal,
it should
yeah,
make them easier
man,
to
with the
attack
big
at least.
words.
And if we can manage to divert enough energy away from the spirit's core, even temporarily,
We might just be able to weaken it enough to steal the Rena'S Alma, which we can then use to seal it away forever. It won't be easy, but it's our only shot. Time to buckle up.
Oh, we're ready, Law. Oh my god, cutscene after cutscene. I don't think I've missed one
Question for you.
cutscene since I've started the
Let's say,
game.
knock on wood, everything turns out for the best.
What'll the world be like? Is that what you're asking?
Yeah, I mean, at the end of this, do you really think everything will be that different?
A lot will have to change, that's for sure. The world will have to adjust to so much. My only worry is if those changes turn out to be merely skin deep.
what do you mean?
It's well and good putting an end to Renan rule. But if it just turns the tables, it's all for naught.
That's true. Just as bad if the Dahnans started pressing their own.
Renans, Dahnans, astral art users, mages. The world is full of labels used to divide and separate people.
Exactly.
If only we could see differences like that for what they are. No different to someone having a musical talent or being good with their hands. Not differences so much as characteristics.
It will take someone in power to set an example. But with time, people will follow. And then, perhaps one day,
There will no longer be any need for the example. It will have become second nature.
That's where we come in. We can set the example. Imagine it. A world where magic and astral arts are used to help people. Where that's the norm rather than
Look
the
at Hoodle.
exception.
Hoodle is smiling.
Yeah,
How adorable.
You're right, Rinwell. Why wait for somebody else? We can show them ourselves.
Yo, alright. Yo, I'm pumped, man. I'm so pumped right now. Let's get this job done. Well, first off, let's save. We ain't saving a hot minute. Alright, so we're going towards endgame. I don't know what level I should be, but I've tried my best to level up as much as possible throughout playing the story. What is this? Oh, it's a portal. Okay. We got a second portal here. Right. And looks like we gotta go this way. Let's save one more time.
Looks like we've warped into that pit of astral energy.
I wonder what Helganquil's civilization was like at its zenith.
I can imagine that'd be something you'd take an interest in.
There's no question it must have been advanced, like none either world has ever seen. We could surely stand to learn a thing or two from such a people.
I get that you're itching to delve into its history, but we've got bigger fish to fry right now.
Put a pin in it, and you can do all the research you want when you retire.
I can think of worse things than a retirement dedicated to research. As for whether Rena is amenable to an aging specimen...
It's a little early to be giving it serious thought just yet.
A man can dream, though. A man can dream.
Oh, we didn't say there's anything wrong with dreaming.
In your case, Dohalim, dreams have a habit of spiraling into something else.
You'll need to stay with us for now, though. You're too helpful to let retire.
Why do I feel this is less of a compliment and more of an ultimatum?
Just a friendly suggestion.
Yeah, Kisara ain't trying to have you go nowhere, bro.
Hey! Hey, I just realized something!
Is this about dinner last night? I didn't realize those ingredients were off.
I cannot
What?
with Law. He
No,
is
I mean,
something else.
Wait, you fed us rotten food?
Oh my
Rinwell,
gosh.
the point.
Oh, yeah, right. So I was thinking about those armored soldiers we've seen. There are regular Rena'S inside them, right?
Yeah, they're designed to make whoever's wearing them stronger. At least, I think that's the idea.
Right. So it kind of begs the question then, why are they made so huge?
I don't know, makes them more intimidating, I guess? Or maybe all that tech wizardry inside takes up a lot of space.
You don't think it's weird how the armored soldiers are the exact same height as the Helganquil?
Are
Can't
they?
say I'd ever noticed it till now.
Yeah, me either.
And?
Connect the dots, Law!
Okay, let me get this straight. You think the armored suits might have originally been designed to allow Rena'S to work alongside the Helganquil?
Huh. But if that's true, what would that mean?
It would mean... just that, I guess. But still, don't you think it's kind of interesting?
Not hugely. Hey, Kisara, well, I've got you. What's on tonight's menu? Because I was thinking, maybe meat?
This
Get
guy's...
it, Poodle.
Get him, Poodle. This guy, Law, is a
What
comedian.
did I do?
Oh, now you want to listen. Keep pecking, Hoodle!
Oh, that's jealousy. Rinwell is so jealous.
Seriously, what the hell?
Rinwell is so jealous that Law's attention went right back to Kisara.
You know, guys, when you think about it, we've taken out a lot of Zeugles. Like, a whole lot.
You can say that again. If one thing's for certain in this world, it's that wherever we go, we'll always end up bumping into them.
Isn't it weird that they're still so plentiful? You don't think the Rena'S have, like, a ranch where they breed them, do you?
Wow.
Certainly in all of my years, I've never heard of them constructing such a massive facility on Dahna, let alone up in Lenegis.
The only thing I can think of, then, is that the feral ones must be reproducing on their own.
There's also no organized effort on our part to hunt them down, so it's difficult to fully exterminate them.
Exterminate them? Whoa, don't you think that's maybe a little harsh?
What do you mean?
Zeugles originally used to be living creatures native to Dahna and Rena, right? Being genetically modified isn't their fault.
You're right. Zeugles were only created because of us Rena'S. We altered the original creatures to suit our own ends.
First, people made Zeugles, and then we let them go. And now we're trying to kill them because they're a threat. They really have only seen the very worst, huh?
Pretty much.
I hope we find a way to be able to live side by side with them one day.
It's a nice thought, but they attack towns and cities. What else are we supposed to do?
Aside from the strays that have gone wild, it's worth remembering that Rena'S are able to keep them somewhat under control.
If we had distinct territories that didn't overlap, that might reduce the danger they pose.
Well, I guess when you look at it that way, maybe people and Zeugles aren't so different after all.
Alright, we are getting a shitload of story. Oh my gosh. Oh boy, oh boy, oh boy. But these things are supposed to be good, right?
Helgenquil. Guess they don't need their Red Woman disguises anymore.
Wait, can you understand us?
Okay.
It's no use. We're not going to get through to them.
So they really are being controlled. In that case, we've got no choice.
Oh, they're about to get bodied. I've been dying to fight after all that damn story.
They're not pulling punches. We have no choice but to beat them at their own game.
You picked the wrong fight!
Oh my god.
Here I come! I'm not done! This is looking good!
Another incantation ruined.
Lunar Rondo! Hurrah! Swordblade Alpha! I'll burn it all! Flaming Pillar! Fire! You're mine! No! You're here! I'm here! You're mine! Hurricane Thrust! Lunar Rondo!
That'll bring you down.
Dragon Sword! I'm ready! Look sharp! Lightning Tiger Blade! Not escape! No escape! Start up! Lunar Rondo!
A whirling struggle.
Hurrah! Ignite!
Winds of heaven. First
Can't
force.
get out of this!
Plasma Shock!
I'm ready!
This ends now.
Consider yourself finished!
There you go, Alphen.
It's time to end this battle!
Unleash the enemy's art to me.
Those are impressive!
No complaints here.
Far enough.
Dragon Swarm! Air pressure! The flame inside me yearns to be let free! Kisara! Commander of Heaven! Phoenix Cyclone! Not a chance! Strike!
Annihilation.
Elusive deity! Hurricane Thrust!
Do it. I'll be saving this one.
I'll stop your movement.
And I'll stop.
Y'all see the combos though? Y'all see the combos? Oh my gosh. I was in the air for like an hour straight.
Alphen,
I can't forgive them for what they've done, but I hate killing them. They don't even know why they're fighting. How does that even make them any different from the Dahnan slaves?
Perhaps. However, if we don't make a choice, the guilt of not doing anything will be that much worse.
Yeah, I know. I hate for it to be like this. But if it happens again, you won't find me hesitating to act.
I wonder if we're going to get attacked again.
My
If we lose
boy
heart now,
Alphen.
this whole mission is over. We have to stay the course.
My boy Alphen is like, enough is enough.
I thought there'd be more dirt and rocks and stuff underneath the hollowed ocean, but it's all artificial.
I would imagine they're remnants left behind by the Helganquil, seeing as there's little actual land remaining.
It's incredible. Do you think it stretches all the way down to the center of the planet?
Hey, these guys built Lenegis, remember? They probably did this in a weekend.
If they had the power to create things like this, did they really only use those immense capabilities to serve the Great Spirit? Or rather, was that the only use the Great Spirit let them use their capabilities for? We haven't seen anyone here except Helganquil. Looks like this place really is their home planet.
The true citizens of Rena. What a shame that they have become nothing more than puppets to the Great Spirit. To think of the promise their accomplishments once held. They had the potential to be great indeed.
Do you think we could have got along with them? You know, if we had met under different circumstances.
Probably.
Like all of us, you mean? I suppose it's difficult to say for sure. We don't even know if they would see us as being on an equal level with them or not.
True.
I think we may have had the chance once, before the Renan Great Spirit came along and changed everything.
You and Alphen both share an optimism. A strong willingness to believe in hope.
Do you think that's foolish?
Yo,
On the
this girl
contrary,
is in
I should
love.
like to take a leaf from your book myself. In tragedy's aftermath, hope is all we have.
Just look at the size of that thing. Hell, Ganquil's technology certainly is impressive. And they don't seem to do things by halves either. In the past 300 years. No, even before that. Just how many people, Renan or Dahna, do you think have ever seen this?
Regarding the past 3 centuries at least, I'd say there's a good chance that we're the first. Also, while I get that it's impressive and all, I'm just amazed you're still standing around gawping at it at a time like this. Sometimes I wonder about your priorities.
Oh, Shionne got
I can
jokes.
understand where he's coming from. More to the point, does anyone know where it leads?
What do you mean where it leads? To the center of the planet, of course.
And that doesn't strike you as sounding just a little bit, oh, I don't know, far? There has to be a quicker way to get there, right?
Yeah. With all this technology at their fingertips, it seems pretty unlikely that they'd make that kind of journey on foot. There must be some kind of device somewhere. Let's see if we can figure out how to use it.
Borrow one of their contraptions? You're either brave or out of your mind.
If it works for them, there's no reason it wouldn't for us. Why make things harder for ourselves?
Right.
You know what he's like, Law. Once he gets an idea in his head, there's no talking him out of it.
I like how Shionne is just like, yep, you know how he is, man. You know what I mean? Once Alphen has his mind made up, ain't nothing changing his mind, man. We're gonna leave the video here for today, guys. Thank you so much for tuning in and hanging out with your boy. So we've learned a lot more as far as, you know, where these, you know, red beings came from. This is their home planet, Rena. So it was not the human Renans that we thought were the original people of Rena. It's actually these red beings. And you know, the Renans were made from the Dahnans, okay? And the Great Spirit is behind all of this and has been manipulating different pieces of the puzzle to get all the astral energy it needs to, I guess, become complete once more. All right, Naori tried to, you know, stop it 300 years ago alongside Alphen, and now the team is making another run at it. So that's where we are, man. We are in the final dungeon of Tales of Arise, man. What lies ahead? We do not know, but there's only one way to find out, and that's to keep pushing forward. Thank you for tuning in, guys. If you guys are new to the channel, please consider subscribing, smash that thumbs up button if you guys do appreciate the content. Hit that bell for post notifications so you guys are aware of when I do upload these fire-ass gameplay videos, man. And with all that being said, your boy Ace signing off. Until next time, guys. Peace out.